What's up guys, I'm Rasim from RossbergTech.com and this is another tutorial in PHP programming. Now in this class I'm going to talk about the do while loop. So let's get started. Now in my last class I showed you guys how to use the while loop, and this is the example that I used. Now we know that the while loop starts off by testing conditions, right? If those conditions are true, it'll enter whatever's in the loop, execute it, then the loop will jump back to the top. Now, if the conditions are false, it won't execute anything within the loop. It'll just exit the loop and execute whatever's outside the loop. Now, the only difference between the while loop and a do while loop, and I'm going to delete this right now so I could just show you guys the structure of a do while loop. Now, the only difference is we start off by typing do on top, right? We hit space. We use the open curly brace, hit enter a couple times, then we use the closing curly brace, right? After the closing curly brace, we're going to type in space, type while, hit space, open and close parentheses, right? Now, with the do while loop, we start off by first getting in the loop, executing what's ever in the loop. So at least whatever is in the loop will get executed once. Then we test the conditions in the bottom. Now, when we get to the bottom, if those conditions are true, it'll jump back to the loop and then it'll start over. If those conditions are false, then it'll exit the loop and start whatever is underneath it. So let's test it out right now. I'm going to leave this variable up here, which I named red, and this variable has a value of 1, right? So let's give it some conditions to test. So I'm going to type in our variable here, which is variable red, and I want to make this test whether variable red is less than or equal to, let's say, 5, right? So now we're testing conditions. We want to make sure that our variable red is less than or equal to 5. As long as it's less than or equal to 5, it'll continue the loop. Otherwise, it'll break the loop. Now we have to increment this variable red. Otherwise, the program will keep looping. It will never end. So let's type in red. We're going to use 2 plus symbols to increment. Then we're going to end it with a semicolon. Now, let me recap from the top. In the beginning here, our variable red has a value of 1, right? So we go down here, it's going to do something. Let's make it echo something first. Let's echo, let's say 1. So now, it's going to echo 1 right away. It's going to go down here. It's going to increment the variable red by 1. So now variable red is going to have a value of 2, right? It's going to go down here. Now it's going to test the conditions. Now variable red has a value of 2, right? Is it less than or equal to 5? Yes, it is less than 5. So it's going to jump back up here, and it's going to do the same thing until this is false. Once this is false, it's going to end. So it's going to keep printing out 1 until it's false. So let's test it out. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to open up my browser, and I'm going to hit refresh. And as you can see, it printed out the number 1 5 times, because we added 5 here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, if you guys liked this video, please give me a like. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm Rasim from RossbergTech.com, and thanks for watching.